Welcome to Woodworking 101. Today we're going to talk about how to pour epoxy. Before we mix the epoxy, we always sand and prep the workspace. We sand the top flat so that we don't miss any knots or voids, and fill the backside of the cracks and voids with a wood filler. When it comes to mixing epoxy, you're going to want to make sure that your ratio is perfect so that the epoxy sets up and cures appropriately. Now, we use a disposable shot glass and a popsicle stick. That's the best way that we've found yet. When you pour the epoxy into the void or crack, you're going to want to fill the void until it is slightly proud of the work surface. Then you can hit it with your heat gun, and the heat gun will remove the pockets of air, allowing the epoxy to sink into all the nooks and crannies. Then you repeat the pour and heat process until the epoxy doesn't sink in any longer, and you are just proud of the work surface. The cure time for the epoxy ranges depending on the epoxy brand you use and the shop temperature and a few other factors, but we typically want to wait about 24 hours afterwards to make sure it's fully cured. Once the epoxy is cured, you can normally tell if you can't dig your nail into it. If you can still dig your nail into it, you're going to want to wait a little bit longer to let that set up. And then you go through your sanding grits just like you normally would on a workpiece.